I want to address a serious issue with online content and the responsibility of creators. There's a TikTok creator named Chelsea Leart who has repeatedly posted content that is not only harmful, but targets the most vulnerable among us, children. She has joked that children should starve so that she can have the parents' money. She made threats and told people that she hopes they get run over before Christmas. But this is not entertainment, as she calls it. It's exploitative, abusive, and completely unacceptable. Over the years, the character she portrays online has caused real-life consequences in her own life. She has lost multiple accounts, her followers, and struggled with housing and family connections. She has been arrested for online abuse and had her phone seized by the police, demonstrating a pattern of harmful behaviour. Yet she continues to post content that normalises bullying, harassment and threats, which is extremely concerning given her reach as a creator. The harm that creators can cause is something deeply personal to me and serious, and they have a responsibility for their actions. I am the ex-partner of an online creator, Mr. UK TikTok official. He was fully aware of the damage caused to me, not only by trolls, but by many other creators that he interacted with. The consequences were devastating for me. I became suicidal. There were times when police helicopters were searching for me. I self-harmed, took an overdose, and ultimately had to admit myself into a mental hospital for my own safety. Even though he reported this harm to the police, he has befriended many of the creators who contributed to my hell, using his platform to spread a narrative that I was an abuser and that I was mental. One of these creators included Chelsea Leart. Chelsea has repeatedly posted content that is harmful, targeting vulnerable people for shock views in the hope some will gift. Being a creator online is not just about views, followers, or popularity. It comes with influence, responsibility, and an ethical duty to protect your audience, especially vulnerable individuals. When creators use their platforms to harass, bully, or threaten, it can cause real emotional, psychological, and physical harm. My experience is proof of that. The consequences are not hypothetical. They're real life changing and sometimes life-threatening. Chelsea claims that Kevin's life is better off without me to her audience. However, what has changed for him since I broke up with him? He became nothing other than an unrecognisable stranger to me. A man who once claimed that he is shy now uses his platform to search for sex. A man who once said OnlyFans ruined his reputation and damaged his mental health, now using his platform to promote online sex sites, even to post genital warts that he caught from cheating on me and lying to me about it, referring to me as nuts. A man who once said all these creators bullied me and called him a paedophile, yet now interacting with them. All this toxicity on a platform, on a live stream, open to minors. How has my life changed? I've gone from 5.5 stone to 6.5 stone. My family is safe from violence and harm. I found my worth again, and I no longer fear being outside alone after he terrified me in order to isolate me. My mental health has become stronger and more stable, and I have trust in my friends. Creators have a responsibility to act ethically, protect their audience, and use their influence responsibly. Joking about harm to children, making threats, or encouraging abuse is not just wrong, it is exploitative and dangerous. Research and data shows that online bullying is a widespread problem in the UK. Around 18 to 25% of children aged 10 to 15 said they had experienced some form of online bullying or harassment, and that bullying can lead to serious mental health consequences. Many victims report reduced self-esteem, depression, anxiety, self-harm, or even suicidal thoughts. Continuing bullying, especially when someone has a large audience, amplifies that harm. Victims feel exposed, helpless, afraid, and many fear more abuse if they speak up. Due to Kevin's behaviour online and his lies against me, I was targeted by creators with followers totaling to the millions compared to my 5,000 followers. Could you have coped? In 2023, the police made around 12,000 arrests under laws covering online harassment and abuse. Being a creator does not put you above the law. If you use your reach to spread threats, abuse, or target vulnerable people, it can and does result in criminal charges. Courts recognise that online abuse can produce real-world harm, including fear, distress, and long-term psychological effects for the victim. I have now been diagnosed with PTSD. I'm dealing with the police to take action against what Kevin incited on me. I have video evidence of him and Chelsea abusing me for views and gifts dating back to 2023, with Kevin's manipulative conversation with me claiming that she deserves to rot in a cell. Creator-driven bullying is especially dangerous when their audience may copy them, normalise the behaviour, adding more pressure to the victim. The abuse becomes public and in some cases can even become viral, making the victim more likely to suffer serious harm from repeated abuse or ridicule. You can reach out to helplines such as National Bullying Helpline, Childline, Victim Support or Mind if you're feeling a mental health impact. I will leave the contact details in the comments section. Thank you for listening.